Hi guys, Vino here, coming at you with a Vino Plunk production, and today in this video it is a time for a cuppa. It's a very hot time for a cuppa because I've only literally just made that. Before I jump into this video, I do have a couple things to say. The first thing I've got to say is please like, comment, subscribe depending on your preference. If you do wish to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon. It's free and it gives you notifications to all my videos as they upload, if not the vast majority, depending on how YouTube's feeling that day and wanting to deliver videos to your notification feed or sub box feed, or however YouTube now decide to feed out to people. The next thing I want to say when it comes to this particular video, and it's something I've wanted to say for so long, for so long. I've said it in the past here and there, but I'm going to say it with just put a line in the ground. What I do with my money, what I do with my items, with my possessions, what I do with my life should have very little bearing on any of you guys, okay? And if you were to come to my comment section and make comments about what I do with my money, what I do with my life, what I do with my channel, to be completely honest with you, then you're just going to be faced with a ban, a block, a delete of your comment, whatever it may be. Because to be completely honest with you, I'm done with all the crap that goes on around outside my channel. I know what goes on out there. I'm not stupid, I'm not blind, but it's gotten to the point where I've just got to be me, got to do me, got to do what I do, and just, you know, forget everybody else. You know, I'm very thankful for all the supporters. I'm even thankful for some of the trolls and the haters, to be completely honest with you, because at the end of the day, you know, a man is not judged by their friends but judged by their enemies, as the expression goes. But at the same token, enough is enough. It comes a point where I've just got to be like, look, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If you want to make a comment about how I spend my money, how I, you know, what I do with my stuff, then you can do so, but you may be banned from the channel. Just saying at this point. And when it comes to the growth or the non-growth of this channel, don't worry yourself with the growth or the non-growth of this channel. This is my channel. You know, I could knock things into high gear. If I really wanted to make a YouTube channel successful, I would bin this channel and start anew and start fresh and start from the ground up, and I could do it. I know that I have the wherewithal to make a pretty successful YouTube channel. I just don't, you know, I'm going to be honest. Yes, there's a bit of laziness there. There's a bit of, I can't be asked, to be honest with you. The kind of crap that, you know, big YouTubers deal with, I just haven't got the patience or the time to deal with that. I'm happy where my channel is at. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, to be completely honest. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be pretty damn happy, to be honest with you. And with the traction my channel's been getting recently, I think 1,000 subscribers is not out of the realm of possibility. So I hope everyone has gotten it very clearly in their heads that I'm now going to be me on this channel. You know, I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I'm not gonna dull the edge of my blade. You know, I am me. You know, if you don't like what you see here, there are thousands of channels on YouTube. You can go elsewhere too. You know, off you go. With all that being said, I apologise for being a bit serious there, and you know, I've actually lost the vast majority of the audience now because they all tend to click off around the 3 to 4 minute mark. Now that I've got the cream of the crop here, the people that want to say, the people who want to see my videos, let's get to it, shall we? So yes, you've seen the short I uploaded the other day. I decided to go and get an Xbox Series S and an Elite controller, as you can see in front of me. Why, you could ask. So I had an Xbox One X for many years. I went from an Xbox One to an Xbox One S. I upgraded that to an Xbox One X and then had to sell that at one point last year because I needed the money. To be completely honest with you, is what it is. It happened, and I really do miss having the Xbox One X. Have been using Game Pass. I subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate on my computer. My computer decided to go the way of the dodo, to be completely honest with you, and I haven't had apart from my PS4, my Switch, I haven't had like a, you know, a dedicated gaming system So I've wanted to, the only way, sorry, I can play Xbox games is through xCloud. Now xCloud is good, don't get me wrong, it's not the best way of playing those games. There's lag involved, there's degradation in the resolution, the graphical quality of some of those games when you play over Game Pass or xCloud, sorry. So, you know, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to go and get a Series S. Now the way I acquired the Series S, again, as I said at the top of this video, is not necessarily of anybody's concern. I did some things, you know, acquired the money, went out and got a Series S, and I've currently got this Series 2 Elite controller on a payment plan through Amazon. So, you know, and I've been really enjoying playing some Xbox. Again, one of the first things I downloaded was the Halo Infinite multiplayer. It's good to get back in the saddle of some Halo. To be completely honest with you, I'm really enjoying the EA Play stuff, because the EA Play stuff, some of that you can't play in the cloud, such as FIFA and UFC and stuff like that. Really enjoying playing some of that. Plus games like Hitman. I've really enjoyed the Hitman series, the recent trilogy that came out. Been really enjoying some Hitman 3. I can play that over xCloud. There's just some games I prefer to play natively, especially if it's a multiplayer game. I prefer to play it natively. There's no lag involved. There's already potential lag involved when it comes to multiplayer shooters. I don't want even more lag involved with the whole xCloud stuff. I mean, to be honest, I'll probably play through say for instance the Halo campaign in the cloud, but keep the multiplayer installed on my Xbox, and that's only 16 to 18 gig worth of data, whereas the whole thing will be like 60 odd gig worth of data. So that's the other thing I want to actually touch upon, is the reason why I've held off getting a Series S for a while, because I've wanted one for quite some time, and it's a really cheap way to get into the current gen of gaming, is the capacity. 512 just isn't enough for me personally. A terabyte would be far better. However, with xCloud, you can play a lot of the games in the cloud and then not have to be installed on the Xbox itself, which things like Back 4 Blood, to be honest, I play Back 4 Blood in the cloud, although I do have it installed natively right now. But games like that I play in the cloud. It's a co-op shooter. There's no competitive nature to Back 4 Blood, at least not now, at least not that I know of. And of course in the future, in the future, if there is a competitive element to it, I will decide to download it natively and play the competitive stuff through that, rather than playing that through xCloud, because that would be my own personal bloody hell, poisonous tea. That would be my own personal preference when it came to playing competitive shooters. But there's nothing stopping you playing a competitive shooter in the cloud, to be completely honest with you. If that's what you wanted to do, if you weren't so worried about the potential lag, or, you know, the delay, or whatever you want to call it, hey, go ahead. I did actually play some not Call of Duty, one of the Battlefield games in the cloud on my phone, and that's how I primarily played Xbox games on xCloud, was through my phone. I got a Razer Kishi controller, which is a controller that clamps to the outside of your phone, and I used to play, you know, all the games via the cloud. But having an Xbox back, having a native Xbox back, has been so good. I took one of the SSDs outside of my computer, put it in a USB 3 enclosure, connected that up to the Xbox, and that gives me some additional storage, another 250 gig worth of storage that I can use to put some games on, play them from that. Only certain games will play on it. The rest have to be installed on the native NVMe drive of the Series S, and I am at some point going to look at getting the 1 terabyte expansion card, the Seagate expansion card. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's almost as much as a Series S, but I think that'll expand the library and the capacity quite nicely, to be completely honest. Again, probably on a payment plan, to be honest with you, because £200 for a 1 terabyte bit of storage is quite expensive. Yes, I know it's a super fast, you know, storage that connects to the Velocity engine of the Series S or the Series X and all that kind of stuff, and that's how they can deliver the games so quickly. One thing I will say is load times on this thing are blazing fast. They are really blazing fast. In fact, load times are almost non-existent, which is something they wanted to target when it came to this generation of gaming, both the PS5 and the Xbox Series S/X. They wanted to target load times and really reduce down on load times. They've managed that, to be honest. I was actually playing some FIFA earlier and realised how non-existent load times are nowadays. So that's something. And the Elite controller, although I'm having some problems with the Elite controller, it may be going back to Amazon and getting a swap over. But the Elite controller I'm also very thoroughly enjoying, having a really nice premium controller back in the hands that I can use with my computer. I can use with my computer that doesn't work right now. More on that in a moment. Actually, I can use with a computer, I can use with my iPad, I can use with my phone. You know, you can connect these to anything now because they have Bluetooth built into them. You can sync them to anything. You know, and it's a really nice controller. In fact, it's really funny. I played with my Xbox. So I got this last Saturday. It's currently the early hours of Sunday morning, a week later at this point. I ordered this when I got home from work. Not from work. When I got home from buying the Xbox on that Saturday, and it arrived on the Sunday. So I've been playing with this ever since that Sunday. About the Monday or the Tuesday, I switched to my PlayStation 4 for a bit to play some stuff on there, and I picked up the PlayStation 4 or the DualShock 4 controller and was like, I could feel how cheaper in comparison that is compared to the Elite controller. So yeah, anyway, bit snobby there, but hey ho. The other thing, oh yeah, I want to talk about the whole PC thing. So my dad's actually basically kind of lent me his computer. So the other SSD that was inside my computer has gone to his computer, and I've got my own installation of Windows on there. So when my dad's not using his computer, I can use it to play Elite Dangerous, Phasmophobia, or any other game that I want to play on the PC. So yeah, that's the talk about the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Elite controller. Next, we're going to talk about this little game here. This is Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I've really wanted to talk about this since I bought it, but I decided to take a 10-11 day break from uploading videos, it would seem. Wasn't on purpose. I just, I don't really know, to be honest. I just didn't upload a video for how many days. Anyway, so on the subject of Pokemon Arceus, this is what Pokemon should be from now on. I am having a blast with this game. I haven't played it much in the last week because of obvious reasons, but this game is just such a blast. It is, I don't know what it is really. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but just playing this game, being in the world. It says on the back, action meets RPG, a new kind of Pokemon adventure. See, I'd say it puts adventure back into Pokemon for me. It's very much inspired by Monster Hunter. There's no doubt about that. Very much inspired by the way Monster Hunter, the mechanics of Monster Hunter. But it is such a good game. It is just fluid. It's fun. I don't really have much else to say other than this game is incredibly fun, incredibly enjoyable, and if you're on the fence about buying a Pokemon game because of previous Pokemons, this is the Pokemon for you, because that was me. I was, I've been very much cynical and jaded by how Pokemon has been over the years. This is for you. This is very much for you when it comes to that. It is funny because you're probably thinking, oh, you're not really singing its praises much, you're not really talking about its mechanics. I mean, all the mechanics that this game does have been done before in other games, not necessarily a Pokemon game. You know the game. You can throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon and catch it in the world. You can throw Pokemon at it, or Pokemon ball with a Pokemon inside it at another Pokemon and battle it. You can jump onto the water, and as long as you've got the water mount, bit of a spoiler there, you can ride the waves. It's so open, it's so fluid, and it's just fun. It's just straight up fun. Sometimes we use complicated words to describe games and explain them. Sometimes you just have to say they're damn fun. On the subject of Pokemon Arceus, actually, is a lot of people have panned this game for its graphical fidelity, or lack thereof, more specifically. So I literally, the other day, went from the back room to the front room. The back room's where the Xbox is, went into the front room, and I recently bought door kickers on the Switch because it was £1.50 on the Switch. I actually also dropped in some gold points, so got it for like £1.10, I think it was I got it for. Yeah, so I've been playing some door kickers on the Switch. Really good game, to be honest, and it has some touch screen functionality, which is really good for that type of game. So, what was I going to say? I then booted up Pokemon for a bit just to play around with it. And normally, when I go from, you know, a really powerful console to a, you know, less powerful console, and I just was playing Pokemon for a bit, something hit me. And it hit me quite hard. And what hit me was I didn't care that I was playing a game with, you know, inferior graphics to, you know, the games I've literally just been playing on the Series S. And it's something that I know has been happening in me for quite some time, and it's that shift. It's that shift to no longer caring about, you know, purely about graphics. And I think I'm there. I think I'm actually at the point now where graphics are nice, but I could play a game from 20 years ago, I could play a game from literally 20 minutes ago. You know, graphics are nice and all that, but, you know, you can get a bit too pixel PP and all that kind of stuff. And in fact, I'm actually thinking of buying Elden Ring very soon, and Digital Foundry have found that the best way to play that game is the PS4 version on either a PS4 Pro or the PS5, because it runs at a solid 60 frames per second, with all the other versions suffer frame rates or frame stutters. So, you know, yes, you sacrifice fidelity doing that, so you sacrifice some extra shrubbery, or you sacrifice a bit of resolution here and there, but at the end of the day, you know, are you really going to notice in the midst of the game? Are you going to notice that there's slightly less shrubbery over there? Are you going to realise that that monster over there has slightly less resolution? The texture is slightly lesser resolution than it would be otherwise? I don't think you're going to. So I'll probably be buying Elden Ring on the PS4 when I decide to pull the trigger on that one. So, this has been a 17, nearly 18 minute video of me talking some stuff that I wanted to get out of the way. A bit of a TFAC, bit of a vlog here, to talk about some things that I want to talk about. I am going to be doing, you can't see them right now, but I'm going to pan up a little bit. If we pan up, there we go. You can see across there, those are all my Star Trek DVDs. Because I'm actually doing a Star Trek collection overview in the next coming days. I just need to find my Blu-ray, my Star Trek Next Generation and the original series Blu-rays, which have seemed to have gone walkies. So I need to find those, and once I find those, you'll be getting an overview of that. I also am very close to completing the second season of Supernatural, so that's on its way. So yeah, there is some content on the way, just a little slower going than it was otherwise, it was before, but I'm going to ramp back up the videos from here on out. Until next time, guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.